let's do one more screencast on Google Sheet, histogram, statistical analysis, and whatnot. This is some perfect roll data, every possible combination. You can see it's not a bell curve, but at least it should look symmetrical. But because Google Sheets does not do, it just does automatic bins, it doesn't look symmetrical. And yours might be more symmetrical, more bell curve-ish than it looks. So what you can do is you can come in here and click on these little menu dots and say Edit Chart, Customize, Histogram, and then for bucket size, I'm calling them bins, but bucket size, if you do 1, for example, it gives you that nice pyramid shape. 2 still looks okay, but since we have an odd number of possible rolls, 2 through 12, it's hard to make equal bins, buckets. So let's say that this is some actual roll data. I did 27 rolls, because we have 27 puzzle cube blocks. I could come in here and do the same thing and see how good my rolls were. They lean a little bit high because I got a mean over 7, but customize histogram. They did 2, which is better than 1. Doesn't look really any better, but it'll look better than it for most people. What we need to do with this is duplicate for our puzzle cube cubes. We need to duplicate this. We need to come in here and say cube number, length in inches. Maybe double click here and double click here. So you would go and measure all your cubes as it says in the instructions here. And I'm going to magically enter, and you would just all type your data into here. I'm going to magically do that now. Okay, so I entered all my data. I'd swear your histogram won't look like this, but maybe it will. Nobody's did in class, but whatever. We can fix that, because we want to probably fix it anyway to make it a little more useful to look at. First of all, come up here and make sure, so my 760s and my 750s, they don't show that, so we need to make sure we're showing that, make it all nice and even. Another thing that will help is to sort this data from smallest to largest, which somehow I didn't know how to do in the first video or forgotten. Come in here and go highlight all your data, including the titles or the headers. Come in here to data sort range. Data has header row. We want to go by length from smallest to largest. Hit sort. And now we can see our smallest is 745, our largest is 760. Your range will probably be a little bigger. Speaking of range, so we got 15th thou right here. I'm not sure why it automatically changed, but you might have to come in here and show more decimals. For some reason the mean didn't change. We should at least show as many decimals. Remember, we're supposed to show one more, but mean, median, mode. The mode is, again, this is kind of perfect data, which we can't really see because our histogram is garbage. Down here, it automatically calculated what's, the range of one standard deviation, everything between 747 and 755 or so. Here it talks about, what's good enough for our puzzle cube, or do we just need to strategically place our bigger, small ones? Let's fix our histogram. So go into Edit Chart, Customize, Histogram. Bucket size, it's just 2 because that's what we set it. If it was on auto, I swear it would look better than this too. But you might have like 5 things. I don't remember. But if we come in here and type like every thou, then we can kind of see a little bit easier the outliers. We can also come into horizontal axis and say min value. Again, just kind of look at your smallest one. 0.74 I might try. And 0.766. Hit enter. And then you can a little more easily see. It doesn't. I'm not sure exactly how to show another decimal on this guy, but doesn't matter. But you can kind of see we got 2 outliers here. Maybe those are the ones that we need to keep an eye on or keep track of. Those are 759 or 760. This then mimics the data from our slideshow that they kind of made up because I just copied that data. Yours will like to be a little less perfect, but this is just how you can make the histogram a little more useful because the visual is nice. Yep. And not that we really need to know the number because we're using it down here already, but we can add some decimals here to get a little better idea of what our standard deviations are. So now we need to go and decide which cubes we're keeping, where we're going to glue them, how we're going to glue them. We'll be able to sand them, but we may have to consider some things. I have some suggestions in here. 2 standard deviations might be good enough. 30 thou range, 20 is better. Of course, 1 standard deviation is better. You're going to have to get some new cubes out of the box to replace any bad ones, or again, strategically place them. That's it.